Hi you guys, Melissa here, a little impromptu live video. You guys know I don't ever prepare for anything, so this is literally just gonna be top of my head, whatever I feel like saying. I've had a lot of requests to do a live video about my next release, which is called Sweet Sexy Heart and features Amber Montgomery and Dash Pennington. I do not have my paperbacks yet. They are in transit to Cape Cod. They were sent to my Maryland house, so I should have them soon, but this book is being released August 4th, and I didn't want to wait too long to get you guys the video. So I'll give you a little bit of information. This is Amber Montgomery and Dash Pennington. Amber owns a little bookstore, so for all of the book lovers out there, this is the book for you. She is the sweetest and most demure of the Montgomery sisters. And you know there are 8 Montgomery siblings, 7 sisters, 1 brother who happens to be gay. Yes, he will get a book. I know a lot of people have been asking me for Axel's story, and it is in the works. Don't worry, I would never skip him. I actually love him too much. But let me tell you a little bit about Amber and Dash. So first of all, Dash is the most swoon-worthy hero I think I have ever written in my entire life. Like every scene that he is in, my heart was just like thud, 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 thud. And Amber, this is kind of a mix-up of what you usually see in books, I think. So Amber does not fall easily. Amber is very careful with her life. She does have epilepsy, and that is in the story. So you guys know that I don't ever shy away from topics that could be difficult to write about. And I'm actually really, really proud of the way that I covered this issue, which I think is very serious, and people with epilepsy need a voice in romance novels, so it's not like I was going to skip it. But she lives her life in a pretty careful way because of that, and there are lots of reasons for it, but I'm not going to go into her backstory because I don't want to ruin the story for anybody. But I do want to tell you that for all of the people who have been sending me messages for the last 3 years and saying that you wanted Amber's story, it is now going to be here. And I want to thank everybody who took the time, who either has epilepsy or has family members with epilepsy, who took the time to actually talk with me and help me to research this topic to make sure that everything in this story is accurate and as true to life as possible. Any errors are my own, and I do take fictional liberties, so you won't, if you read a story of mine, any story, and you find something that is like really similar to somebody who you know that I know, it's probably not them, so kind of take that out of your mind, but maybe little elements have come from discussions that I have had. Anyway, okay, so we've got Amber and we've got Dash, and we have funny, we have sexy, we have heart-wrenching like tears, but not like the wicked aftermath. If you are an avid reader of my books and you have read my last release, I have it right here. This one I do have in paperback. This book I cried through writing 75% of it, and readers are telling me that it's their favorite book of 2021. Yay! I am so excited about that. And thank you from the bottom of my heart, because that means the world to me. But this is definitely an ugly cry book. This is a heart-wrenching and happy cry book. So you know that my writing runs the gamut. And Dash Pennington was a football star. He has spent his life running, and not just running the ball, but like running to keep up with his sisters and make sure that his family is all taken care of. His father left when he was young, and he was kind of the man of the house, even at a very young age. He is funny, he is sexy, he is now an author. So he has gone from football star to best-selling author, and Amber is the first stop on his book tour. So I really, every time I talk about my books, I kind of spill spoilers, and I'm trying so hard not to. But what I can tell you is that when you meet Dash and Amber together, like you can feel the sparks flying off the page, but you also you feel Amber's fear, and you feel Dash's like I don't know, his pursuit. Like, he is not gonna let this girl go. And it is one of my favorite stories. I say this about every story that I write. Okay, I do, I admit it, I'm that author. But the reason that I do is that when I write a story, I won't publish a story unless I'm desperately in love with the heroine and the hero. And I will, as you guys know, rewrite an entire story if I don't feel that way after I've read and revised it. And I actually did that once with a story. The whole thing, I wrote a 300-page book, went through my read and revise, and realized that's not their story. That's like where their story begins, and then rewrote the entire story. So I do the hard stuff, and I love every second of it. I see all of these messages that are coming on, and hi everybody, it's so great to see you. Thank you for joining me. It's really hard for me to read the messages on my phone, especially since my phone is on like this tiny little stand, and I'm afraid to touch it because it's probably gonna fall over. So I will make this quick and tell you that if you have not, there is also a newsflash. The price of editing and that sort of thing has gone way up these last 3 years, and I've always kept my prices stable at $4.99. I never passed on the price increase, but my books are long, and it's getting to the point where I really can't release every book at the same, keep it at $4.99. So I do have pre-order pricing at $4.99, but just be aware that if you're somebody who reads my books and dives into all of them, you're going to want to pre-order rather than ordering it after release, because the price will probably go up. And for those of you who aren't sure how pre-orders work, you are not charged for a book until it actually downloads onto your e-reader. So even if you order it a year ahead of time, if you pre-order it, you're not going to be charged for that book until it releases and it's on your e-reader. So don't worry, it's not going to screw up, hopefully, your budgets or anything like that. But it does alleviate the stress of having to remember when the book releases, because you wake up one morning and it's there. How great is that? So there's your fair warning on the pricing. And yes, I'm having trouble speaking today because I have not had my coffee. And again, the story is Sweet Sexy Heart, Amber Montgomery and Dash Pennington. It is one of my favorites, and I hope you will dive in. I hope you will love it. And don't worry, I'm getting lots of emails about Sable and Jilly, Braden, not Montgomery, and Pepper. Oh God, I have such great stories planned for these people. And Jax, yes, Jax, oh my God. And we're all excited for Jax's story. But once you read this book, you're gonna be even more excited for everybody's story. I promise you that, because there is a golden nugget, I guess I can call it, in Amber's story about Jax. And when I wrote this part of the story, which I'm not going to tell you because it is a spoiler, when I wrote that part of the story, I literally was like jumping up at my desk going, yes, I need to write this story. So anyway, I know you're going to be excited. And yeah, sorry, I get a little carried away with my characters because to me they're so real. They're like family members, and when I'm writing their stories, I'm like right there with them. So anyway, if you have caught up on all of my newest releases, my last two, Ugly Cry book, but such a good one, The Wicked Aftermath. This one, My True Love, oh my gosh, swoon. It is so funny. Grumpy and sunshine, and I'm telling you, the best of both. I love this couple, Jules and Grant, Grant Silver and Jules Steele. And if you have read Tempted by Love, the first book in the series, even if you haven't, all of my books are written to stand alone, so just dive in. This book is so good. You will laugh, you will cry, you will swoon, you will punch the air. It's one of those books that you put down and you just feel so good. This is my hangover book. So if you want the best book hangover, it's gonna be this one. If you want a book where you walk away and feel like, oh my God, I'm so in love and that was just amazing, read this one. Anyway, so enough pimping my stories, my previous stories. Now this one, oh my gosh, I put my books down on a TV remote and turned it on. You see, I suck at this live video stuff. Anyway, so that's me. That's what you get when you come on. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Naja. Hi, Danielle. Oh, so many people. Okay. All right. Anyway, that's what I've got for you. Sweet Sexy Heart. Pre-order it. You'll be so thrilled that you did. I will go live again. Oh, thank you so much. Letitia said she loved Jules and Grant. Thank you, thank you. That makes me so happy. And I do want to tell you that I receive all of the emails that you guys send me and all of the messages on social media. They're not responded to by other people or by my assistants. I read every one of them, every individual one. When you post to my fan club, I read the comments. I'm the one who's replying to them. So you're not getting a figurehead. You know, you're not getting somebody pretending to be me. That's me. And when I don't reply to comments, if I get 100 comments on a post in my fan club, I can't reply to all of them because I am busy writing your next book. But rest assured that I do read them, and sometimes it might take me 3 days to get through them or to get to, you know, new posts that are happening, but I always try to get there. And for anybody who reads my books and is not in my fan club, that's where I chat with everybody the most. So just look up Melissa Foster Fans, and that's where I post inspirational pictures while I'm writing, and I talk to you about scenes. And there are so many times that I just get excited about meeting a new character or a side character, and I'm like, oh my God, I just met this person. And in fact, I can still remember when I first met the Whiskeys in River of Love, and I remember Bullet Whiskey, and it was Bullet and Dixie, I think, that I met when Sam Braden took Faith, his love interest, over to Whiskey Bros, and we met them. And I remember coming into the fan club and posting about it, not live, but just posting about it and saying, you guys, I just met these people. The Whiskeys are nothing like the Bradens. They're big and bearded and tattooed and blue collar, and I cannot wait to write their stories. And oh gosh, okay, I'm gonna ramble in case you haven't noticed. So the Colorado Whiskeys, the Whiskeys at Redemption Ranch, are coming. If you have read Searching for Love, if you haven't, pick it up. It's 99 cents on Apple and on some of the Amazon locations. I think US, UK, DE. I might be wrong about that, but I think it is. So it's on sale now. That is Zev Braden and Carly Dillon. If you haven't read that story, you have to read it. Second chance at first love, soulmates, tragedy broke them apart, and they are so meant to be together. Anyway, in that story, in Searching for Love, you meet the Whiskeys at Redemption Ranch, and they are so good. You guys, they're so funny. They're so sexy. All of them have backstories that you're going to be blown away by. And I can't wait to write them. But after Diesel, which I should pull it up right now, but it would take me forever to find the page on my iPad because I don't have the paperback, obviously. But after Diesel's book, I will be starting the Whiskeys at Redemption Ranch, and it'll be seamless. You'll go right from the Whiskeys the Dark Nights at Peaceful Harbor to the Dark Nights at Redemption Ranch. And those stories are going to be just as amazing as the Whiskeys at Redemption Ranch. So if you haven't read Searching for Love, pick it up, meet the Whiskeys at Redemption Ranch. If you haven't started my Bradens and Montgomerys story, you can start it free with Embracing Her Heart. That's free now on all retailers in digital format. It may not stay free for long, and that is your forewarning. But if you're looking for a great, fun, sexy, emotional family series to read, the Bradens and Montgomerys come together in book 3 of the series. So the first book is the Montgomerys, the second book is the Bradens, and the third book is When They Come Together. So you can find that, the Bradens and Montgomerys, you can find that series on any of the retailers and start it free with Embracing Her Heart. Okay, so here we go again. Sweet Sexy Heart and Amber Montgomery, Dash Pennington, get ready. They are going to blow you away. I have gotten a lot of emails already from early readers who are just absolutely loving the story. And I want to give you spoilers so desperately, but I'm not going to. But again, Dash is so charming and so swoon-worthy. He is the kind of hero that every woman wishes would just walk into their life. I know I do. All right, you guys, time for me to read and revise the next story. I am currently working on the Silver Harbor series, the third and final book in the series, which is featuring Deirdre de Messier. If you read Maybe We Will, that was the first book in the series, which featured Abby de Messier and Aidan Aldridge, who you first met in The Real Thing, which is 2 series ago, Sugar Lake series. And then you also saw him in the Harmony Point series. His sister's book, Remy, Remy Devine is her actress name. So Remy's book is called This Is Love. Is that the right one? Yes, that's the right one. And she gets together with her bodyguard. It's an amazing book. It's so fun. And that's in the Harmony Point series. Well, Aiden finally gets his chance for true love in Maybe We Will. And that book is now available on all retailers. It's free in Kindle Unlimited. If you don't read on Kindle, you can download a free reading app from Amazon to your phone, to your computer, to your iPad, and then read it that way. And the second book in the series is Kate and Brant's book. And I will tell you that you do see Tank Wicked. If you're reading my Wicked series, you do see Tank Wicked and some of the actually you see most of the Wickeds in Kate's book. And that book is so good. It comes out in November, and gosh, okay, so Brant Remington, he is also a very charming hero with dimples, and he uses those to like full hilt. You'll love him. He's funny, he's sexy, but Kate's story is very emotional, and she has a lot of trauma in her background, and I absolutely loved writing her story and giving her a chance for vindication, and to rise above and to really start living her life. So make sure that you pre-order that one. That was Maybe We Should is the name of that one. So we have Maybe We Will is book 1, Maybe We Should is book 2, and then book 3 is the one that I'm finishing right now, which is called Maybe We Won't, or at least that is the working title at the moment. And that features Deirdre de Messier, who is a hardworking workaholic attorney. And one of my favorite heroes, they're all my favorites, Jagger Jones. His real name is Josiah, but they all call him Jagger. You'll find out why in the book. It's a hilarious reason. And they're totally opposites. Jagger is a hippie. He plays music and he cooks. He's a chef, but he doesn't like to have a really tight schedule. So he likes to keep things loose and go where the wind takes him. It's a hilarious story, and it's so good, and I'm having so much fun reading and revising it now, and I can't wait to get it in your hands. So that one will come out next April. And so you've got lots of fun books, great books to look forward to. I have other pre-orders up right now as well. So again, if you haven't pre-ordered, you might want to just go to that Melissa Foster page on your retailers and pre-order all of the books, because they will probably be going up in price after release. And again, you are not charged until that book drops on your e-reader. So you're not going to be charged before the release day anyway. Okay, and I think that's everything. I need to go write, and I love you guys so much for watching, and I know that many other people, as the day progresses, will be watching this, so I'm sorry that I missed you live. There's one message on my phone. I'm trying to read it before it scrolls up. Thank you for mentioning River of Love yesterday. I had a great day reading about Sam and Faith. Found my Braden Girls t-shirt. Yes! For those of you who don't know, I have a shop on my website. And if you go to melissafoster.com and then you look under, I think it's under the freebie tab, there's a drop-down menu and it says shop. And I have merchandise for almost every one of my books. I have blankets, I have Kindle holders and phone holders. We've got mugs, we've got everything. We've got mouse pads, and so we put together lots of merchandise every time a book is released, because so many people would like to have that with them, you know, when they're reading it or after they read it, just for memories. And it's so much fun. I mean, we have everything you could think of. We have water bottles, we have awesome bags, we have reusable bags, we have lots of stuff. So take a peek at my shop. Again, it's under my freebie tab, I think, on my website, melissafoster.com. And Deb, I am so happy that you loved Sam and Faith. Sam is another one of those heroes that just kind of goes above and beyond in the most charming ways. I absolutely love the sort of scavenger hunt that he sent Faith on, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But again, River of Love is where we meet, where we first meet the Whiskies. And if you haven't read The Bradens at Peaceful Harbor, don't worry. You can dive into any book of mine at any time with without missing a beat. The only exception to that might be the Snow Sisters. You should definitely start with book 1 and work your way to book 3. And that's the very first series that I ever wrote in romance, and it leads to the Bradens. But because the Snow Sisters is a 3-part series, there are no real cliffhangers in those stories, but it's just a richer experience if you start with book 1 and progress to book 2 and book 3. Okay, that's it. I have filled your head with so much stuff. I don't even know how you can keep up. But I love that you do. And hi from West Australia, Kayleen. Oh, I might have to steal your name for a book. That's one I haven't used before, and I'm always looking for unique names. It's so pretty. And thank you, Kathleen, for such nice comments about my stories. I appreciate it. All right, you guys, smooches, love ya. I have to go get some coffee in my system, believe it or not. Yes, this is me on nothing. Go figure. And I need to write. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic day. Sending love from Cape Cod. Bye.